So, Champion Stadium, I feel needs a little bit of an upgrade, and both visually and I guess mostly visually for quality of life changes. Like, one of the things I can think of right now, or one of the things that I'd like to see change in Champion Stadium, is being able to see how many entries you have without actually needing to finish the stadium. Like right here, I have one battle left until we can actually see how many entries I have. But like we shouldn't need to actually beat the entire stadium in order to see how many entries we have. Like that can get really annoying because I'm sure a lot of us would like to know how many entries we have without actually needing to beat the battle, because sometimes we're out and about and we come across someone that also plays Pokemon Masters and they're like, hey, how many entries do you have in the Kanto Stadium? And you pull out your phone and it's like, oh yeah, my bad, I need to do all 5 battles in order to know how many entries I have. Like, no. This needs to change. I mean, it doesn't need to change, but it would be nice to see how many entries we have just from looking at the stadium. Like, for example, the screen right here, like we can see at the top Kanto Challenge, and it would be nice, and this goes into point 2, it's going to be mixed with point 1. So like it'd be nice if we can switch between the stadiums. So right here we can see Kanto Challenge. It would be nice if we could swipe left or right, and then we can move to the next champion stadium or region. So like Johto, for example, we swipe to the left and then we go to the Johto Challenge, and then we could also see our entries in the Johto Challenge. So where it says Kanto Challenge, underneath that, like they can move the text up a little bit, or they can make it a little bit bigger, like the actual picture, so that you can fit underneath how many entries you have. So with Kanto Challenge, we swipe to the left, we can then see our Johto entries as well. I think that would be very helpful, because I mean the example that I gave, that's just an example. I wasn't being literal, but it'd be nice to see how many entries we have. Just because I actually do the Kanto or the Champion Stadium so I could get my entries up, because it's satisfying seeing all your entries go up. And as a grinder and everything, like I want to see like high numbers. So it's just my satisfaction and my addiction to numbers taking place here. So, but I mean, I think a lot of us can agree that like it'd be nice to see how many entries we have in just like the main page over here. If not this page, and like maybe over here. So like underneath Kanto Challenge, or like under Master Mode or something, like they could probably find a way to fit it somewhere. And yes, I still do not do Master Mode yet for Kanto, but but yeah, disregard that. But I'm sure they could find a way to put how many entries you have in the Champion Stadium for the regions. I'm sure they could do that. It won't be hard at all. Like even like above Master Mode and beside the Kanto Challenge, like on the left of Kanto and then on top of Master Mode, like they could add in the number of entries over there if they want to. Or they could add it like the text from Champion Stadium, like above blue underneath Champion. They could add in the entries over there too. Like there's a bunch of places that they could add in how many entries. But that's just one of the things I'd like to see, along with being able to switch between regions and seeing how many, or just switching between the regions. Like obviously this month we have Kanto available. So then with Kanto being available, obviously we could play it. But if we could swipe between the regions, obviously we won't be able to play the other regions because it's Kanto month. So like even if we swipe left and then we see Johto, it will say unavailable. But regardless, I think it would still be nice being able to switch between regions, and with being able to see how many entries we have, we could then see how many entries we have for the other regions as well. Because there's like, what, 8 regions? Soon to be 9 eventually. Maybe next year we'll have a new generation, so then maybe 9 generations or 9 regions after. But like we will get 9 or 8 champion stadiums eventually, because there are 8 in total right now with Galar. So like we will get that eventually. So it would be nice to be able to switch between regions and sort of just see our progress between the champion stadiums. Like I think that would be very cool. Like if you're one of those players that don't have the medals for the regions. Like we can see over here, the Hall of Fame, this medal over here. Not all of us have like the newer medals, so like it would be nice to see the regions that we are still missing the medals in. So like if you missed the Unova region, but you did do a little bit of it, at least you can go back to that region and then look at the medal and see what you're missing, so that you could prep ahead of time, so that when it does come back, you will know and have the team ready to go for that. So like if you're missing fire, you can get a fire team ready for whenever there's a fire weakness, you can get that done. So it would be very helpful to also prep ahead of time if you're missing anything. So those are like the two big things that I'd like to see come to Master Mode or Champion Stadium. Just as like a quality of life thing, just because like it's really annoying to have to finish a battle to know how many entries you have. So like I left this battle alone on purpose, just so like we could quickly beat it, and I can show you guys what I mean. Like if you play Champion Stadium, you'll know what I mean anyways, but it's just annoying. So like it's not hard, like this is not Master Mode or anything, it's just regular Champion Stadium. I'm just gonna be doing like a quick little battle right here, get this done. And like if you're like me and want to see how many entries you have to sit through this cutscene every single time, and it's not fun. I mean, I love doing this, it's a lot of fun, but it's just tedious if you want to just like randomly check how many entries you have, because randomly you forget or something. But yeah, I don't know, that's just something that's on my mind there. But another thing I'd like to see come to Champion Stadium is like sort of not a leaderboard, but something where we could see progress between other players. So I guess a leaderboard. So like on your friends list, you can then see how many entries your friends have, or how many times they've battled the champion, or how much damage they've done in Champion Stadium or something like that. I think it would be a lot of fun, and it would be something more to do in the game. So if you can see how much damage you've done in Champion Stadium compared to your friends, then that could add like a little friendly competition between your friends list, and just spike more activity in Champion Stadium if Champion Stadium is their goal for the future, and pursuing that, unless they want to do more like raid battles or something like that in the future with Dynamax. So like I don't know, but as you guys saw over there, like I have 158 entries, and after that screen we can no longer see how many entries we have. So it's annoying, but it is what it is. Hopefully in the future they could fix it and allow us to be able to see how many entries we have. But yeah, that's another thing I'd like to see in the future. Being able to see like progress between other players in Champion Stadium. I guess it's sort of like my competitive side of me taking place over here, but I think it would be cool to see other players progress, because then it will spike more of like a friendly competition. Like even if they just do it between friends list, I think that will be cool regardless, because like I said, it will spike more activity in Champion Stadium. And if their goal is to, well, obviously their goal is to make money, it will also help with getting people to summon more, because if there's a weakness that you need to get done, like grass, for example, if you need a good grass type Pokemon to go up against Lorelei, then you can summon and get higher in the leaderboard for Champion Stadium when it comes to damage or something like that, cumulative damage. So like I don't. This is just stuff that's on my list, on my mind for Champion Stadium. If there's anything you'd like to see come to Champion Stadium, little quality of life changes, let me know in the comments below. This is just a little bit of what I'd like to see in Champion Stadium in the future, because the only real change that they've had in Champion Stadium is Master Mode, and that's about it. Like yeah, it's a nice addition, obviously, because you get like good rewards from it. And you do get like more of these battle points every week, which is nice, of course, but at the same time it'd be nice to be able to see how many entries we have, how many maybe even battles, because we know like every time we do an entry, it's 5 battles, because it's Elite 4 plus the champion, 5 battles. But little quality of life changes like that will help make it a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, I guess me personally. But let me know what you guys like to see in the future for Pokemon Masters in Champion Stadium. Quality of life changes, either battle changes. Let me know all that down in the comments below. These are just my little wishes, or my, I guess, wishes. Wishes, if you want to call it that, for Champion Stadium in the future. Quality of life changes. That'll be it for this video. Again, let me know what you guys think, and let me know your wishes for Champion Stadium in the future. Hopefully some of them will actually come true for you guys as well. But that'll be it, and I'll see you guys later.